Hello, Kim, our best undercover, and I brought the best part of me again. And here's my sweet wife, Cherie, and we have just a special message this week. In fact, we're gonna split this up into three separate messages. So we're going to talk about three things today, and three things tomorrow, and three things the next day, or
we might
maybe
add an extra on there somewhere.
Yes, but so the three things we're talking about today to help bring peace into our lives. So kind of the world seems to be like just in a lot of chaos, and a lot of people are nervous and scared and losing their jobs, or trying to, worried about their life and their livelihood, and everything kind of seems like is in threat right now. And so the things that we want to talk about is how do we bring peace into our lives so that we can make good decisions, so that we're not ratcheted up by all of the commotion and all of the hype and the fear. When fear raises, it just takes over our body, we don't make good decisions, and we kind of do things we wouldn't if we were completely calm. So anyway, we're going to talk about three things today that will help bring peace and calmness in our life so we can make better decisions, even if everything's falling apart around us.
That's right. So the first thing that we want to talk about is journaling. So when I say journaling, I mean, so we all have like frustration and we're stressed, and maybe jobs are ending, or we don't know where money's coming from, or we can't find toilet paper, right? But we have things that start stressing us out. And so when we are stressed, things come up inside us that normally aren't. Like, you think about any time you're stressed, things come up in you that normally stay down, right? And so we don't want to be like taking that out on our family and our spouse and our children. And instead, a really, really healthy way to get that stress out and the worry and the fear, whatever it is that's going on inside of you, is to do some journaling. So instead of taking it out on people, you're going to take it out on paper. This is a great tip that we learned from a mentor of ours, Kurt Duncan. And so you just write down, I feel, and you write what you're feeling, whatever it is, and you write because.
Or I'm scared.
Yeah. Well,
about this.
Right. I feel scared, blah, 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 right? Whatever it is. And you just write about it, and you write everything that you can think of to write till you have nothing left. And then if it's a bunch of negative stuff, you may want to consider destroying that piece of paper afterward. It feels really satisfying to do that. My personal favorite is I have a little pie tin out in the back on our deck. And
we share it.
Yeah, we do share, don't we? And I'll take that paper and I'll crumple it up, and I'll put it in the pie tin, and I'll set it on fire, and it just burns. And watching that flame go up and watch everything turn to ashes is super satisfying. And there's just something about that you feel like, oh, I can breathe again. It just feels better. It just is. It doesn't take it completely away, but if you do it repeatedly, it can take it completely away. And so that's just one method. You can tear it up in pieces. You can crumple it up and throw in the garbage can. You can flush it down the toilet, like whatever it is you want. Or you don't even have to destroy it. But I find it personally satisfying once I've got all those negative, stressed, worried, scared emotions, whatever they are, out. Like, get rid of the paper. Like, it feels toxic. Let's get rid of it. So journaling is really good. If you're a person who absolutely does not love to write, or you can't write for any reason, another thing is to verbally get it out. So get in your car, and while you're driving and nobody's with you, just get that all out. Just say it all out loud and roll the windows down and let it go. Or go out in your backyard and talk to yourself. Your kids will think you're crazy, but you'll be nicer to them, so it will be okay.
Neighbors might too.
But just get those negative, stressed, worried, scared feelings out. Get them out from inside of you and get rid of them.
Perfect. In fact, I want to add one thing to that. Also, if you're like afraid of an outcome, I remember when our business was in the last recession, and we were going to have to close, and I was like freaking out, and I was scared and nervous, and the unknown is what scares us.
Yes.
And what I just learned just recently from Leslie Householder, the author of Portal to Genius, fascinating book, and to write out or talk about, so what if we did close? And I thought, okay, what if I would have practiced this at the time? and just write it out, talk about it, get it on a journal and write out. So what happens if the very worst case scenario?
What's the worst thing that can happen?
Yes.
Right?
And then all of a sudden that fear just minimizes. And you go, well, that's not too bad. And I look at myself where I am now after closing my business and going through that horrible time in our lives. And I am so grateful to be where I am now. But I would have I could have made better decisions and been more calm and peaceful with what was happening, the unknown, if I were journaling and writing that out and writing those scenarios out. And there's just a peace that comes from that. Okay.
Yep. So I do. So gratitude is the next thing that really helps. And this is something I actually learned when we were losing our business, and I was super scared. Like it was a scary time for us, and I had to focus on something. And so I decided to do gratitude, and this is an old standby for me. And so anytime you're in a stressful situation or an unusual situation or anything that's just super uncomfortable for you, looking for gratitude, like just calms you down, and you begin to see the positive in life instead of just the negative. So right now I'm noticing that there's a lot of things that I feel grateful for that I've never even thought about before. Like I went to the store a little while ago, there was hardly any ice cream on the shelves, and I'd taken my daughter there to get ice cream. So all of a sudden I'm feeling grateful that we pretty much have our whole lives, right, have had ice cream at our disposal, any flavor you want, right? And suddenly, not so much. And of course, we're all feeling grateful for toilet paper, I would assume. and things like that. Just look for things that you can be grateful for in your life, like new things that this situation is creating for you. Like I work full time, so I happen to have gotten to stay home these last 2 days, and I'm super grateful. It's been a great experience for me to stay home. Now, some of you may not be grateful for being home, but look for what things you are grateful for and what good things are coming out of whatever's going on in your world right now.
Sweet. Okay. So last of all that I'm going to share is actually one of my personal favorites, and that is declarations. When you speak, there's a power that comes into your body, and it's all the things we're dealing with are in our minds. And so if we can improve our mindset, then we will improve our action, our output, and the things that we're doing, our perspective, and everything will change when we change the mindset of our minds. And declarations is a powerful way of declaring and stating what you want to do, where you want to be, how you want to act. And when you say it out loud, I say declarations every day and have been saying them for many years. And so if you have fear, you can say a declaration like this: I have total faith and I trust in the future. And whenever you're feeling nervous or uncomfortable, and you can say that declaration. Now, the best thing is to write your own declarations. I mean, I have probably 20 that I say every single day.
That's a lot. Just so you know, like even a couple is great.
Yes, and I don't want to overwhelm you with that. Right. But I've been doing this for a long time, and I say them all, and sometimes I say them multiple times. And when I'm challenged with something, I will say that declaration, and it's so cool to be able to say it out loud. There's a vibrational element that goes through your body and helps your mind say, this is where we are. This is what we are doing, and it helps you to accomplish your goals and to operate at a super high level, so that when stress comes in, like the other day when we were going to Costco, and we're going late in the afternoon, and they closed the door right before us, and we're going, what? This is bad timing. Why are you doing this now? Oh, we're only letting 50 in at a time. And I remember just thinking, okay, because things like that can kind of escalate your emotions. And you know what Shri did? She started talking to the guy saying, oh, I bet you this is kind of difficult. Not difficult. What did you say? You said something positive.
I don't know. I can't remember what
But she just sparked up this conversation, and it's just like, that's a good thing to do. And declarations will do that. So write some declarations down, things that you want to accomplish, a state of mind that you want to obtain, and say it out loud. And sometimes you can even look in the mirror and say it out loud with confidence a couple of times a day or multiple times a day. And you will find that your ability to cope with what's happening around you will increase. Your mind will be clearer. Your vision will be clearer, and you'll just find a great reward from using declarations. So as a wrap up, you want to wrap up just what we covered?
Yeah, and I just want to add one thing to your declaration.
Okay.
So like, it can be just something super simple. Like when I'm driving to work, sometimes in the morning, I'll just say, it's going to be a great day today. And I learned that from one of my patients who actually was like a quadriplegic, and he would say that, like, it's going to be a great day today. So it can just be something really good. I mean, just really simple. So just come up with whatever you're feeling that's negative, like just come up with something that's the opposite of that, and then start saying that to yourself. So it's great. So
Sheree just said that this morning. In fact, we woke up and she said, it's going to be a great day. And I said, we are going to have a great day.
Yeah.
It's just like, start your day off. Man, you're kind of training your brain to say, your brain does what you tell it to do. So a declaration is say, we're going to have a great day today. And so it will start to operate at that level. So start your day off by being positive.
Yeah, absolutely. So just wrapping up. So journaling is great. Get those negative emotions out from inside of you. Whatever you can, journal or talk or whatever it is you need to do. And then gratitude is the next thing. Look for things to be grateful for. Get your brain shifted in that direction. It will make you'll feel differently inside. And then last of all is declarations. And those are our 3 tips for today for how to help overcome fear and stay positive in crisis time.
There you go. This too will pass. So let's move forward and know that the world is changing and is forever changing. So get ready to change and adapt to the future, because the future is going to be different than it ever has been. So don't hold on to the past. Open your mind and your mentality to change, because we're in a change mode. So
this is some ways how to do it.
Yeah, this is the happier you will be as you are adapting to changes around you and making the best of it. It's an awesome world. Thank you. Love you. Kim, our best undercover.
Follow me, and together we'll make the world a better place.